Hello world, it's your girl on the Q train. I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be talking about confidence and how I gained such confidence. This is a question that I'm asked very frequently, very often I should say. I've had a fashion blog since 2010, and this is a question that I have been asked from the very beginning. And each time I get asked this question, I never know how to truly answer it because it's really hard for me to answer. Mainly because it took me so long to gain such confidence. But my God up there has definitely prompted me to come on camera and to talk about it for once. And I'm hoping that someone out there will feel inspired, will feel motivated. So here you go. Okay, so thinking about my confidence and reflecting back on it, I have to talk about my childhood. Growing up in middle school and junior high school, it was definitely difficult for me, you know, creating friendships and interacting with my peers. I was teased, you know, I was called every malicious name that you could think of, specifically fat, so ugly. It was so bad. And because of that and being called such names, I had a hard time, you know, dealing with it. Me being the biggest kid in my class and kids teasing me really affected my self-esteem, affected me making friendships. And I mean, my teachers loved me. Like, don't get me wrong, they really did love me. But as far as the kids in the class, they didn't want to get to know me. They just saw the outside appearance and they went in on me. So that was really hard. My home life was pretty okay. My mom, you know, here and there she'll make a comment about my weight, but it was nothing where I felt like it was so damaging to my self-esteem. But my family members, they definitely, you know, really affected me. And I remember specifically that I was 9 years old being teased by one of my family members. They called me every name. I remember them telling me in my face that I was fat, how I needed to go to a gym, how I needed to join Jenny Craig, and my mom needed to exercise with me because I was just way too big. And as a child, when you hear words like that, it definitely does hurt, because as a child, you look at these adults as someone that's supposed to love you, someone that's supposed to support you, someone that's supposed to care for you. And when you hear something like that from your family, it really does like affects your whole being. And I was definitely affected. My mom definitely intervened. She definitely supported me. You know, she definitely told them about, you know, their words. And, you know, I like the fact that she did do that. But again, my self-esteem was completely damaged. I didn't even want to be around some family members because of that. As far as high school is concerned, I had friends, but I wasn't the popular girl in high school. I was the biggest one. And again, people look at your outside appearance, and in high school, if you didn't look the certain type or had the certain body, people definitely did not want to, you know, interact with you much. So it was really difficult in high school. But it wasn't up until college where I started to express myself and started to make friends, and I loved my college years. But as far as my relationships were concerned, let's talk about that. I remember, and I never had a problem getting into a relationship, but there was a specific relationship that I got into that really like damaged my whole self-esteem. And it was a guy that I was dating. He did not like my size, and he would tell me every day, like every single day, you need to lose weight, you need to drop some weight. If you lost 50 pounds, you would look so much better, you look so much prettier, you know, you should definitely start working out at the gym, you look so much sexy if you lose all this weight. And you guys might say, how could he say that? Like, is he serious? He was serious, and I actually considered doing that because love will make you do some crazy things, and I was gonna do it. But then I pulled back and I was like, hell to the no, and I did not do it for him at all. So that was an experience that I never wanted to go through again. But like I said, college was my time. Like, I just started becoming me, started becoming independent, started becoming responsible. I went natural, you know, and going natural has definitely helped my self-esteem and my confidence. And I just learned to embrace myself and embrace my whole being. And in the process of embracing myself, I began embracing my body. And I don't know, like, once I cut off that relaxed hair, man, my confidence just completely changed. I also began going on the internet, and on the internet I found so many positive plus size movement blogs and fat acceptance blogs, and specifically websites like Tumblr and LiveJournal. And there were so many different women on that website. You know, they came from different races, they had different bodies, you know, different sexual orientations, and they will just put out there like, I'm fat and I look good and I'm beautiful and my body is just as perfect as this person's body. And you know, they would put themselves out there. You know, I remember them nude, like I'm talking about nude from head to toe, and would tell people, you know, I embrace my curves, or I embrace my rolls, I embrace my stretch marks, I embrace my imperfections, my flaws. And no lie, I went in that mirror and I started embracing myself. I started embracing who I was, and I started to gain confidence. I started to become confident, and I wanted to join this movement because this movement made me feel like I belonged somewhere, versus my childhoods where I did not feel like I belonged anywhere. And it definitely helped my self-esteem. And because I went natural, because I got more involved online, I decided to get into fashion, getting a fashion blog, which really helped me to, you know, embrace more of myself and to put myself out there. And that is how I became confident. I know it sounds crazy that online has definitely helped me, but I know there's someone out there that can relate to that. Just seeing all these women that were on these websites and talking about their bodies definitely helped my self-esteem. Anytime I feel like I'm going to break down, or I feel like I'm not as confident, I will snap out of it, because I don't want to go through that thought. I don't want to go through any sort of depression. You know, if I don't like something, I'll change it, but I'm not gonna, you know, cry and mourn and become depressed because of how I look. I don't do that. I can't do that. So I don't. And it's just, you know, this is something that I just learned over time. You know, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It definitely is going to take time to become, you know, a more confident and a more sexy woman. And it definitely took me some time, like, for real. It really did take me some time. But in the process of this all, I learned to forgive, I learned to forget, I learned to do me. And what I mean by forgive, everybody that has treated me like crap, I'm talking about, you know, children growing up, classmates, peers, relationships, my family members, I learned to forgive them, and I learned to just do me. I can't sit down and dwell on childhood memories. I just learned to live my life and do me and just forgive, and just to learn to accept what it is. I mean, growing up, we all got called names, you know, and some of us get out of that, you know, mindset, and some of us are still in that mindset. But again, I learned to do me, and that has helped me 100%. I'm not going to say I'm 100% confident, because I'm not. I'm a human being. You know, there are days that I go through certain things, but like I said, I snap out of it, and I surround myself with positive people. My friends are all positive. They can be the smallest to the biggest girl, and they will tell me, girl, you know, snap out of it, you're beautiful, and vice versa. So my group, my friends, my family, my boyfriend currently, they are my support system. And when you surround yourself with people like that, I'm telling you, it would help your self-esteem tremendously. And if you don't feel confident, I'm here to support you. So, you know, it doesn't even matter, because I got your back, okay? If you for any reason feel like you are not loving yourself or you're feeling depressed, please email me. You know, let's talk, you know. But ladies, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I say that all the time, but I genuinely mean it, because when I'm talking, there's people that are listening, and that means a lot to me. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Also follow my blog, follow me all over social media. I'm always everywhere. But I love you guys, all right? Bye, ladies.